Hi, my name is Kia Vang, the Department Head for Medical Assisting. Today we are going to be performing an EKG. Every time your heart beats, an electrical signal is sent throughout the heart. An EKG is a simple, non-invasive, and painless procedure that can measure this electrical signal and also can detect some heart disease. So the first thing I've done is I've ID'd my patient properly. I've given him a gown and a drape and instructed him to put his gown on with the opening in the front. Then we have assisted him into the supine position, and now we're going to place the electrodes on our patient. I went ahead and took the liberty of placing these electrodes on his chest already, and electrodes are adhesive that has some conducive gel to help the electrodes pick up the electrical signals. And finally, the last thing we will do is place the leads onto these electrodes that we have already applied onto our patient's chest. So usually there will be 5 chest leads, and then we also have 2 limb leads on the arm and 2 limb leads on the lower extremity. And again, I went ahead and took the liberty of applying those on already. So the last step is to go ahead and hook our limb leads to our limbs, and then we will hook up our chest leads. How are you doing, patient? You doing okay? This is Mr. Jackson. And as you are putting this on, just be real careful. Make sure that the cords aren't tangled, and that if there are any other electrical equipment within the room, that those are turned off so as not to provide any interference with our EKG reading. And before we run the test, we want to make sure that our patient is laying still and is not talking at the moment, to help us alleviate some artifacts that might appear on our EKG. Okay, so that is all that we need to do. Now we're ready to go ahead and run our EKG. So Mr. Jackson, if you just lay real still for me, we're going to go ahead and start that EKG. And it'll take a few seconds for it to process as it picks up his electrical current. And as you can see here, we've got a real nice EKG. It doesn't look like there's anything here that we need to be extremely concerned about. But before we disconnect Mr. Jackson from the machine, we want to have our provider take a look at this and let us know if it is okay or if we need to repeat it. If we do not need to repeat it, however, we can come back in and disconnect him from these electrodes. But if we do need to repeat this test, well, we've already got him hooked up, so that saves us a trip. So there you go. That is an EKG that measures the electrical signals that are sent throughout the heart each time your heart beats. Thank you.